Tonight we are making chicken sloppy joes, and I'm calling them the ultimate chicken sloppy joes.
I'm calling this the ultimate chicken sloppy joe sandwich. And for the ingredients, I have about a pound of ground chicken, and here I'm using some ground chicken thighs. I think they add a lot of flavor. And for the fillers, for the vegetables, I have about a cup of red onion, celery, carrots, and some bell pepper. I got that all finely diced. I'm starting off with about 2 cups of crushed tomatoes, and these were frozen that I had that I need to use. Not sure how much I'm going to need as far as the crushed tomatoes, but I'm starting off with 2 cups. And I also have some vegetable broth in case I need to thin out the mixture. I have about a cup of ketchup, tablespoon of mustard, about 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, tablespoon of minced garlic, and I have about a tablespoon of chili powder and a half a teaspoon of smoked hot paprika. And yes, that's yours, Keith, and that's to kick it up a notch. That's going to add a lot of heat and a lot of that smoky flavor that I just love. About a tablespoon of oregano, about a half a teaspoon of pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'll meet you back at the stove. Okay, we're at the stove, and in my pot I added about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. The heat's on about medium-high. Added my pound of ground chicken thighs. And usually when they have a sale at the grocery store, I'll buy in bulk and just chop it up here at home and freeze it. And you can see I try to leave it a little coarse. And I'm just going to chop that up, stir it around, get that nice and brown. And when that's done, I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. And you can see the chicken's all nice and browned. And I'm not going to drain that. That's olive oil, and the chicken was pretty lean, and that's going to add a lot of flavor, so we're going to keep that in there. Now it's time to add the vegetables. And I have the red onion, all that good celery, carrot, and the bell pepper. This time I'm also going to add the salt and pepper and the garlic. Give that a good stir. Let everything, all them juices get all good and married together. And we're going to saute this for a good 7 to 8 minutes until the vegetables get nice and tender. You want to stir this every 1 to 2 minutes. Keep those vegetables moving in the pot so they can cook evenly and get all those flavors married together. The kitchen is smelling absolutely incredible. Let that cook for about another 5 minutes and we'll be ready to add the other ingredients. Okay, our mixture's been cooking for about 7 minutes, and now I'm going to add some more spices. Going to add the tablespoon of chili powder and the smoked paprika, and I'm going to add the oregano. Give that a good toss and let that cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. This is really going to bring out the oils of the spices and add a lot of flavor. Oh, the aroma. It's making my mouth water. Alright, we'll let that cook for another 1 to 2 minutes and we'll bring you back. Alright, we've been cooking for about 2 minutes, and now I'm going to add the Worcestershire sauce. Give that a stir. And next is the mustard. I have a cup of ketchup, and I know it's going to add sweetness, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. So if it's not, I will be adding some brown sugar. This time I'm going to add ketchup, and this is about 3/4 to a cup. Give that a good stir. Smell is just fantastic. I can't wait to eat. I'm so hungry. Let that cook for a good 30 seconds, and then I'm going to add my tomato sauce. And right now I'm going to give it a taste, see if it needs anything at this point before I add the tomato sauce or crushed tomatoes. Tasting pretty good, but I think I'm probably going to add some brown sugar after I add the tomato sauce. I'm going to add about a cup of this and see what consistency we're at. And I'm going to turn my heat down to low medium, and we're going to let it simmer for a good half hour. Oh, I might add a little bit more. Oh, let's add it all. I think it's really going to thicken up after it simmers for about 30 minutes. We'll let that uncovered, let it go, and we'll meet you back here in about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, welcome back. And we've been simmering for about 20 minutes, and you can see we really thickened up. I taste tested it, and I am going to add about a tablespoon of brown sugar. And give that a good mix. Let that cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. And that should thicken up just a tad more, and then we'll get our Sammys ready. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, and all the vegetables are nice and tender. I'm going to turn off the heat and let that cool. The tablespoon of brown sugar really balanced out that heat nicely. It really tastes good. Can't wait to get that cheese on top and get them baked. Bring you right back, and we'll get the Sammys ready for the oven.
Use whatever bread you want, but today I'm using French bread and Italian bread.
The smell is just incredible. This is going to be one awesome sandwich. The ultimate chicken sloppy joe. Just maybe even that out a little bit. Put two types of cheese on here. First I'm going to grate a little bit of Asiago cheese. The next cheese I chose is a queso cheese, natural queso cheese. Okay, we're going to bake this at 450 degrees for about 10 minutes, and we're going to see where we're at. We're going to let that cheese get nice and melted and ooey and gooey. The mixture is going to soak down into that French bread, and the outside of the bread is going to be nice and crusty. So we'll meet you back here in about 10 or 15. Okay, these been in the oven for about 8 minutes. You can see the bread is starting to get a little browned. And I'm just going to pop these under the broiler for about a couple minutes just to get that cheese a little bit more melted. Okay, this is right out of the oven. The edges got a little crispy, a little charcoal, but that doesn't bother us. We like it a little crunchy. Cheese got a little browned. It's nice and ooey and gooey, and we're going to let these set for about 10 minutes to cool. I'm serving tonight with some homemade corn relish.
The end result was excellent. All the flavors came together, the heat, the sweet, and even the saltiness from the cheese. The vegetables even added flavor and texture, and the bread was nice and crunchy. It is the ultimate chicken sloppy joe sandwich. Give it a try and enjoy. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for future recipes from Tessa's Kitchen. You can also find me on Facebook, Google+, and Pinterest.